enough pictures already, right? That's why I work a lot with women and brides with their hair and makeup also, because I think that has a lot to do with the complete package of when you're getting married. Your hair and your makeup and everything that goes with it. Don't try anything new on your wedding day for makeup. I was on a show once, I think it was The View, and one of the makeup artists there said, oh, try something new on your wedding day. No, that's not the day to try something new. Trust me. So, from there, I went and became a costume designer, and I was a costume designer and entertainer for about 9 years, and I saved up my money to move to New York City and study at the Fashion Institute of Technology. I actually got on the phone, got an apartment over the phone, went in a U-Haul, had never really been to the city, and moved in. That's how ignorant I was. And ignorance is bliss sometimes, you know, it kind of just gives you that courage and you're just able to do things without, you know, thinking about it. It's kind of like jump and build your wings on the way down. So I studied at FIT, and my 3rd semester, they had a contest, and I was like in love with evening wear, and that's all I would do. No matter what assignment they gave me, I was doing evening wear. If they gave me swimsuits, I would raise my hand and say, okay, you want 5 swimsuits, teacher? I'll give you 15 if I could do evening gowns that come off into a bathing suit. Randy, whatever, okay? So they had a contest, and it was for 4th semester to 8th semester students. But because I had 4.0 grade point average, and I was so overzealous in my schooling and what I wanted to do, they allowed me to be in the contest, and I entered 5 designs, 5 mood boards, 5 bridal gown designs, 5 bridesmaids dresses, and the judges came in, they were supposed to choose a top 10, and they chose all 5 of mine, not knowing it was the same student. So they had to go back and choose 4 others, and then choose one of mine. Well, one of the judges just happened to be Vivian Desi Diamond, who now does Desi Creations bridesmaids dresses, I think we've heard of. And her husband was Paul Diamond, who owned the Diamond Collection Bridal at that time. Well, they hired me before the contest was even done. So for all of you that are going to school for fashion or any other thing, I always say, just do it, go for the gusto, work as hard as you can, put all of your passion and energy in it, because if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So what I do in life, it's got to follow my 3 E's, which are educate, elevate, and empower. If it doesn't follow those 3 things, then I don't do it. I really want to educate brides, I want to elevate their self-confidence, and I want to empower them to be able to go and find that perfect dress. So I know every single bride out here has the same question. How am I going to find it? And every single bride that I meet with shares one emotion that is similar to every single bride. And that emotion is anxiety. Am I going to find the dress? Am I going to love it? Is it going to be right? Is it going to look good on me? Is everyone else going to love it? Well, let me tell you, I'm going to take you through a process, and it's going to help guide you through this process. So to begin with this process, you need to start with your story. You heard my story, okay? So if I were planning my wedding, I would have to incorporate my story. So your story is really about you and your fiance. Because what you need to think about at this wedding is you're telling a story to your guest about who you and your fiance are as a couple. Because once you say, I do, you have just created this new family unit. And what you're wearing says, this is our style. This is our taste level. And the food that you serve says, this is the food that we would serve you if you were a guest in our home. It used to be chicken, beef, or fish. Now it's like, we're serving you sushi because that's who we are. And you know, the music says, this is the music we like to party and dance to. So the more personal and unique you can make it, the better. So your look, that's the next thing you need to think about. Okay, so you've got your story. How do you want to look on your wedding day? The next thing you need to think of after your look and after your story, where are you getting married? What's the location? Because that's going to determine a lot. This is Brianne and Jesse. They got married on the beach. He proposed to her on the beach, and he spelled out, I love you, and a big heart and seashells, and she actually had to dig for her wedding ring in the sand. So of course they had to have a beach wedding, so that was their story. So location, maybe you're going to get married in a vineyard. It doesn't matter where your location is going to get married. Maybe you're going to get married in Vegas and choose a short little dress. The one thing you have to keep in mind when you're choosing a dress for a destination wedding is how are you going to get the dress there? Ladies and gentlemen of Pittsburgh, I cannot thank you enough for coming out and seeing me today, taking your time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you beautiful people. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Randy Fenoli.